class number 4. So for class number 4, we're going to be going through some drills to help you work on your headstand. As always, please work within your own ability. Remember, child's pose is always an option. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. So we're actually going to start standing for this one. So we're going to start standing in Tadasana. Feet either parallel, hip width apart, or feet together. Shoulders roll back, palms facing out, and closing off the eyes. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. And exhale, grounding your feet towards the earth. Okay, so with our class number 3, we started with a little bit of shaking, but we just started kneeling. So now we're going to take it to standing. So obviously, move how feels good for you. So if you want to move forwards, that's absolutely fine. If you want to focus on one area, that's absolutely fine. But with a slight bend through the knees, I want you to just start shaking through the hands. And allow this movement to spread towards the elbows, towards the shoulders. Find some movement through the knees. The spine, the core, the head, the feet. Just shaking that. Maybe you're shaking forwards, maybe back, or maybe from side to side. Just finding movement through your legs now, maybe around the mat. Maybe you're folding forwards. Maybe it's into a back bend. Just finding that shake, feel the warmth, the fire through the body. It's just time to slow down the shake now, keeping the eyes closed off. Maybe that's a less limb. Maybe it's just slower shakes. Just a little bit of movement from side to side, maybe a sway. Until you come standing back into Tadasana. And hold with that feeling for a minute. And just opening up through the eyes. Brilliant. So you're going to come to standing at the bottom of your mat. Dropping the head, rolling the spine. Walking the hands down and walking your hands into a high plank position. Drop the knees to the earth on top of the toes, coming into tabletop. Wrists, elbows, shoulders on top of each other, knees underneath the hips, tops of your feet planted into the earth. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, bending the elbows towards the right, lower the chest down, and inhale to the left, curving through the spine. Exhale to the right, and inhale to the left, drawing circles. Beautiful, and repeating this in the other direction now. So exhale to the left, and inhale to the right. Finding these circles through the spine and the core. Beautiful. Lovely, coming back to tabletop. Perfect, so dropping the forearms down to the earth. So the forearms are parallel apart, elbows underneath the shoulders, tucking under the toes, lifting up the hips and walking the feet towards you. Into dolphin. And walking them away into high plank. Walk the feet towards you. And walking them away, coming into these dolphin walks. Okay, when you're coming into low plank, making sure the core is engaged and keeping the hips down. Beautiful. Lovely, last walk out. Dropping the knees to the earth and tuck the toes, dropping the forehead down, coming into our narrow child's pose. Finding a bit of relaxation here. Maybe you want a little bit of a movement. Maybe your back feels slightly tight today. Beautiful, and that is our first drill of this morning's practice. Inhale, coming up to kneeling. And we're going to repeat that for the second time. So, bringing the forearms down, tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up, walking the feet towards you, and walking them away. So you want to relax through the neck, okay? Make sure you're not holding any tension through the neck. Finding strength through the elbows and the shoulders. Slow and controlled. And keeping the awareness on the breath. Beautiful, drop the knees to the earth, untucking the toes and dropping their hips back, coming into that narrow leg child's pose. And just working into that rest here. Maybe you're finding stillness, maybe you're finding movement. Allowing yourself to relax into this position. Beautiful, and on your inhale, peeling up into kneeling. Okay, so we're going to take that movement more into a headstand now. So for headstand, you bring opposite hand to opposite elbow, and you're clasping your hands together in the middle, so into that triangle shape. Okay, you want to untuck your little fingers, so your little fingers are stacked on top of each other, they're not crossed over. You're bringing this part, so the crown of your head in between the hands, so there is a weight going through the head, but not very much of it. So most of your weight and your strength is going through your elbows and your shoulders. From that position, we're going to do a drill similar to what we just did with those dolphin walks. So you're placing the head down, tucking the toes under, walking the feet towards you, and then walking them away. Bringing the hips square, beautiful, walking them towards you, and walking them away. So you're keeping the core engaged, working through the elbows and the shoulders. Okay, so most of the weight, most of your support is going through that part of the body. Slow and controlled. Doing that once more. Beautiful, when you're ready, drop your knees down, untucking the toes and coming back into child's pose. Beautiful, so relaxing there for a minute. So can you see how they're building up the strength of the core to help find the balance? The hip mobility, so finding flexibility and strength and flexibility through the hips, and building up the strength through the shoulders has really helped us get to this position. So we're going to repeat that again. So coming back into that headstand position. Handstand, we're not doing handstand today. Tucking the toes under, walking the feet towards you, and walking them away. Slow and controlled. Beautiful. Working through the core. Lovely, last one. And dropping the knees down to the earth now, tucking your toes. Bring the hips towards the heels into child's pose. Perfect, taking a releasing breath, taking anything that you need to. Okay, so optional sticking with that drill. Or option number 2, so if you just watch me for a moment before doing it, you come into that headstand position, tuck the toes under, walk the feet towards you, lifting up one leg, bringing it back down, and lifting up the other leg, bringing it back down. So you're still making sure that your feet are on the mat, you're lifting up alternate legs, again working through those shoulders. Okay, brilliant. So when you're ready, taking your option of the first drill or onto the second. Walk the feet towards you, ground down through the left foot, lifting up the right. And release. Grounding through the right foot, lifting up the left. Beautiful, and release. Lifting up the right. Release. Lifting up the left. Release. Beautiful, walking the feet away from you, drop the knees to the earth, untuck the toes, and dropping your forehead down to the earth. Perfect. Beautiful. On your inhale, peeling back up to kneeling. You're going to come round on your sit bones now. So your feet on the earth. The knees pointing towards the sun. And slowly lower your back onto the earth. Beautiful. Bring the knees up to a 90-degree angle now. On your inhale, sitting up, bring the forehead towards the knees. And lower back down. Lifting the forehead up. And lower back down. Keep the core engaged here. Repeating it twice more. Last one. And release from the knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a hug. Maybe you're holding the stillness, or maybe you rock from side to side, forwards and backwards, letting the earth massage through the back. Beautiful, dropping the feet to the earth now, bring the knees together and the feet to the outside of the mat, releasing through the lower back. Hands either side of the body, palms face towards the sun, closing off the eyes. And just thanking yourself for these drills today. Bringing together everything we've learned during the classes so far. Finding trust in yourself. Finding balance and strength. And turning up on the mat, just turning up on the mat. Being grateful. Finding gratitude for this moving meditation, this yoga practice. Beautiful, keeping the eyes closed off and making your way back to a comfortable seated position. Your shoulders back, your palms facing towards the sun. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. And exhale, ground your sit bones towards the earth. Inhale, lifting the arms above the head. Bring the palms together, lower your hands down through heart center. Smile. Namaste. Lovely, thank you so much for joining me for class number 4, and I look forward to seeing you at our final class, class number 5.